AOPA just fired President and CEO Darren Pleasance, and I'm 99.9% sure they're lying about it. I will qualify this. I have been a member of AOPA for over 35 years. A couple of times I thought, why am I still paying for this? What are they doing for me? And almost canceled it. And the most recent was just before Darren Pleasance was appointed CEO and president. However, what I saw in Darren Pleasance, I thought, this is what AOPA needs, it's what GA needs. This is going to lift up AOPA and make it relevant once again. The magazine, which is the face of AOPA to its members, just seemed to be boring and focusing on business aviation. So when Darren Pleasance was hired, I thought, this is great, this is exactly what we need. I've met Darren Pleasance twice. Once was at Oshkosh, and the second time was at the AOPA Expo in Akron, Ohio. And both times he was open and pleasant and nice to talk to, and I actually got to talk to him for a good half hour at Akron at the Expo, and everything he said reinforced that yes, this is the man for the job, this is who we want leading AOPA into the next decade. His ideas were fresh and new, and he had boots on the ground, was doing exactly what AOPA should be doing. I've actually corresponded with Darren since then over email, and he's been incredibly responsive and welcoming to all the ideas and thoughts that I had, which is just mind-blowing for an organization like this, that you can just correspond with the CEO. Shortly after AvBrief broke the story, AOPA released a press release on their website, which reads in part, "Over time, it's become increasingly clear that the AOPA CEO role should be based full-time in Frederick, Maryland at AOPA's headquarters. The AOPA board appreciates the substantial time Darren has spent traveling from his home in Bend, Oregon to be present in Frederick and with members across the country. Recognizing this, now is the right time to transition leadership in a way that best supports the organization's long-term needs." They said he's going to be stepping down from his position and just working with the board in an advisory role, which is, translation, he's been fired. They also go on to say, effective immediately, AOPA's day-to-day operations will be jointly led by the CFO and Senior Vice President of Membership Strategy. They're going to be acting as co-presidents. And then they're going to start the search for a new president and CEO. I mean, I can read through this. This is bullshit. Obviously, he's been fired. First off, there's a coincidence here. I don't know if this is related or not, but on Monday, 2 days ago, AOPA released a press release saying that Dale Klappmeyer of Cirrus has just been appointed to the AOPA Board of Trustees. So Dale Klappmeyer is now on the AOPA board as of Monday. 2 days later, Darren Pleasance is out. That seems like an awful lot of coincidence to me. But there's two other things that make me think this is a load of crap. First off, when Darren Pleasance joined AOPA, it was with the explicit understanding that he was not going to be relocating to Frederick. In fact, he even wrote that at the time. The board understood that and accepted it, and the membership is fine with that because most of the time he's not in Frederick anyway. He's out boots on the ground in Washington, visiting wherever. And so for the board to now say, well, it's because he hasn't been showing up to work at the office, that's not acceptable, so we're going to find someone new. That's crap. You knew that all along, and you're using that as an excuse. Secondly, historically speaking, every single time AOPA has replaced their leadership, they've started the search for a new leader, which sometimes has taken over a year to find someone who is going to take the reins of AOPA. Once that occurs, the existing leader steps down and the new one takes the reins and leads AOPA from that point forward. They've done that every single time. This time, all of a sudden, no notice, Pleasance is out, and we're just going to start searching for someone new now. Does that sound realistic to you? No. What it sounds like to me is something happened, they wanted Darren gone, and so they needed to come up with an excuse, and that was the excuse they used, which sounds like crap to me. Especially that Darren originally said that he was not going to relocate. So they suddenly got rid of him, and now they're going to start searching, and maybe in a year or so they'll have a new leader. No, that's not what happened. What happened was they wanted him out, they needed an excuse, this is what they came up with, and everyone can read between the lines and know this is a load of crap. I have no idea who they're going to find next. It would not surprise me in the least if they decide, hey, you know what, we got this new guy, Dale Klappmeyer, maybe he can be the leader, and if that happens, we will all know exactly what has happened here. I am really upset about this. I really, really believed in Darren Pleasance. I think he is a true gentleman and a huge proponent of general aviation. Every interaction I've had with him has been exceedingly positive. Just the nicest guy, smart, a true leader. I hope he lands on his feet and does something fantastic. And unfortunately, it's not going to be with AOPA. I seriously, after 35 years, am strongly considering whether I want to continue being an AOPA member. This has really put a sour taste in my mouth. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section below. Like and subscribe if you like what you see. Thanks for watching.